I guess this is part of what we're doing is chapter 2 and summarizing the key concepts, the material that at least stuck with me over this Christmas break and New Year's break and all that fun stuff. So these were kind of the concepts that we went over and kind of the things that I focused the most on when I was doing this refresh. So for the feedback part, we talked about blindness and perspective. And then for public speaking, the two things that we went over was the hygiene and delight. If you guys remember those fun little boards that we wrote on, and we made the lists of all of the different attributes that we liked or that we thought were necessary or good to haves. That was kind of the hygiene and delight. So we'll start with the feedback. So again, great description of that Johari window. We want to get to that I know you know type place. A lot of the times I'm hiding in this I know you don't know area, kind of hoping that no one brings me into the I know you know, but that's the whole point of feedback, is to be able to get us all on the same page and become a little bit better for doing that. So we also went over some tips for effective feedback. Feedback can either be affirming or adjusting. It can be specific, like I mentioned. That specificness is something that is actually very real and easy to, it's a really easy change to make, and people really seem to notice it and make a difference. The other thing that I always do is wait. So don't wait. Whenever you have that bad or affirming or adjusting feedback, don't wait for that right moment or for that end of the year review or things like that. We want to wait. We want to tackle that problem as we see it. This is something that I actually am trying the most this year to do is not wait around and just do the task instead of waiting. The other thing is straightforward. We talked about we don't want any of these, I don't know about this, or maybe sometimes you can do this better or do this worse or whatever, but we want to be straightforward. We can provide better feedback if it's specific and if it's straightforward and don't dance around. So over a vacation, my friends and I decided to do a staycation this weekend, or last weekend. We are really avid gamers, and so a group of 4 of us teamed up with a group of 4 of some other random people, and we tried to tackle this dungeon, this raid that we were running. It takes a very long time, and there's a lot of organization. So I just wanted to share with you guys some of the feedback that I got during that experience, and I just wanted to see if you guys thought that it was good or bad feedback. So this was. Why are you bad at this?
You must be playing with kids.
Sadly, no. A lot of it is adults. So this is definitely, again, not helpful, not affirming, and nothing for me to adjust what I was doing wrong in any of those activities. You should be doing better. That was actually from my wife, so that was a little bit harder to stomach, but again, not specific, not very helpful in that manner. I know I should be doing better, but try to help me understand, explain more of the fight to me and things like that in order to get us to where we need to be in order to pass. Can we try not to die this time? You hate to hear that one. So again, still not, there's no specifics, and this is a very complex thing that we're trying to do with different types of teams and abilities and things like that. So we need more direct feedback and things like that in order to help with this, in order to pass this dungeon. And then my personal and favorite one that I got from the leader of the group was, you should throw your PlayStation out the window and follow it. That was, I play on PC, so that was definitely the cake. So after we got this wonderful feedback, the four of us decided to completely abandon that group because that leadership was atrocious, and we got nowhere. We basically spun our tires for 3 hours of doing this thing. So once we reevaluated and reorganized, we did some more research, some better feedback of you need to be at this spot, you should be at this spot. Hey, my wife, she plays a character that is a little bit farther back so she can see more. Okay, so we'll have you be the person to talk. So all that organization and all that feedback was able to come around, and we were actually able to complete our dungeon. So that was the ending of our trip and our vacation. We were able to finish this.
That's awesome.
So that was the feedback portion. Public speaking. So I just straight up ripped the definitions from the presentation they did last time because I really liked how they described it. Hygiene, things that if not done well, subtract a great deal of value. If done to amazing levels, not much value is added. And then of course, delight, things that if done well, bring great value. If not done well or not done at all, no value is lost. I recognize that I just read from the slide to you guys, but I just thought it was very important and that those were good definitions in order to actually reaffirm that this is what we're doing, hygiene and delight, both important. I had a physics teacher in college who said that usually it takes 3 times of telling someone something before it really sits in and gets into their core, basically. Force equals mass times acceleration. Force equals mass times acceleration. So having these things reiterated and redefined the way that we have it here, I think is a very good value to have. We also went over some public speaking techniques. So some different things that we wanted to make sure that we were doing right when we were doing public speaking. Know your audience. I feel like we've all had fun times of going and being unprepared because of the audience that we're in front of. We don't really know how they're going to interact any of these things. I mean, heck, I didn't even know if you guys would like my video game story, but either way, it worked out. Strong opening and closing. See you guys next year. That should have been last time, or Happy New Year this time. But we always need a strong and opening and closing to really hammer home those points. I'm talking about public speaking and I'm talking about feedback at the end. I talked about public speaking and I talked about feedback. These really hammer home that opening and that closing. Be clear, always a good idea. And then the use of analogies, stories, and metaphors and things like that in order to entertain the audience and make sure that they're all good. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to show whenever someone says something about public speaking, I always go back to the speech in Independence Day.
Oh,
If I could get it to work. Click, and then click,